Billy with Gilbert Travels here. Thought we'd try something a little different. A few older flight reviews that I made before COVID that never made it to the channel. And I've got the footage laying around, and we're not doing a lot of flying here right now. So I thought I'd go back and do kind of a side project for you here with these reviews and just give kind of a live commentary as we go through the videos. So in interest of just keeping this simple, I'm just going to play the clips with the audio that they had. Not going to add any music, transitions, calls for subscribers, anything like that. We're just going to go through and see what comes to mind. So let's jump into this with a flight on Delta Airlines for Gilbert Travels Uncut commentary. So we were just watching some window footage of our flight from Miami up to Atlanta on an A321 on a route that I've already reviewed fully on the channel. Then we were in the Delta Sky Club here for a while in Atlanta, one of their many Delta Sky Clubs. Then we prepared to hop up on a flight on a 737 to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I've done a lot of flying on the channel on American Airlines, and I had made a status match around this time to Delta to get status with them, as well as they're really considered a really excellent airline here in the US, and I had to do a number of flights with Delta in order to secure that expedited status to Silver Medallion, which I still hold today with the extensions from coronavirus. But really it ended up not making great content for the channel. Perhaps it was just because I flew so many in a row, but I never seemed to have a problem getting attention on my American Airlines reviews. And I do think there is a certain logic to that, which we'll talk about. Here you can see one of Delta's McDonnell Douglases coming to the gate. Another plane I was able to review for you before it was retired in haste for coronavirus. But anyway, here we are, getting on to today's aircraft. So as you can see, this is a Delta Airlines 737-900, and it looks a lot like a Delta Airlines plane with those blue leather seats and the in-seat monitors. This one does have the Delta Sky interior as well. But I think the issue with Delta for me was that basically their seat product is just pretty much the same on most of their aircraft, whereas American has such a wide variety of different airplanes with different seat products, different levels of service to be had, that really seems to continue to feed the channel whenever I put up something from American. And the Delta flights that I started putting up when I was making this change really didn't do too well. So I was sitting on a few of them, including this one that never did end up getting published, but I thought now would be as fun a time as any to go back and have a look at them. I think we've all seen what coronavirus level services look like now. So let's go back and take a peek at some pre-COVID flying. Made a cool approach here by the Delta Airlines maintenance hangars, where we also saw this neat 737 United States government aircraft. That beautiful livery reminiscent of the VC-25 747 based aircraft, mostly known by its call sign with the President Air Force One. It was a cool spot here in Atlanta that day as we headed out to the runway. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about takeoff rollout footage like this. Are you somebody that enjoys watching this part of the video, or do you skip past it as soon as you can to get up in the sky? And if you do enjoy watching it, do you like to just see it, or do you like to hear the original engine noise, which I'm now rudely speaking over? Anyway, just curious what your thoughts are on that. I know they seem to vary based on viewership, so let me know what you think down in the comments. Off we go. So this was a rare, bright summer afternoon flight out of Atlanta. No storms that day. Beautiful day for some flying, for sure. Which is definitely not always the case when you fly through Atlanta. So here we got look at the menu for the snacks and such on this flight, back when they gave you such benefits. All of this is now suspended on Delta. You get on a Delta airplane today in economy, and you're going to get a little baggie, most likely, with a bottle of water and a couple snacks and a wipe. So here's a look at Delta's route map, mainly US there and then international. They fly so much through Atlanta, you pretty much have to be okay with going to that airport pretty frequently if you're going to fly with Delta. I really like this fleet feature page in the Delta magazine. That's really cool. So here's the Delta Studio app on the seatback entertainment. So Delta, for better or worse, has their seatback entertainment on all of their planes, which is of course a great selling feature for them. When you see so many other airlines, including pretty much all the other main US carriers except for JetBlue, moving away from in-seat entertainment, it's nice to see them continue to invest in it. So this is the 737-900ER, their largest 737 in their fleet, and one of their newer aircraft types, I do believe. And they do have a Flight Path 2D mapping software, which is really a nice system. Of everything on these entertainment systems, I like playing around with the flight tracker map for sure. So the 737-9 also has mood lighting. I really thought that switching over to Delta could be a good thing for me, and especially now that I'm based in Seattle, there's a lot of Delta flying out of here, and I do retain my silver medallion status with them, which has helped me out in a few circumstances. But overall, I still plan on sticking with American, and I was able to attain platinum status with them for this year of 2021, and now don't know when I'm going to be flying to use it.
Your journey today. I'd like to extend an extra special welcome to our Sky Miles MTA members. We appreciate you and thank you for your continuing to trust us with your travel. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air.
And you can see we're heading up through the Appalachians, looks like, here on the tracker map. And look at that, would you look at that? Beverage service with ice and some almonds in economy. We didn't know to take that for granted at all, did we? Who would have thought that the day would come that a scene like this would be difficult to imagine? You can't even get a soda with ice in first class right now with Delta. So you can see we're moving north in the country over some clouds. We're going to be coming up here soon, I do believe, on some really cool footage I captured on this flight. One of the reasons I was kind of sad I didn't get to publish it, but glad to share it with you now here. Beautiful day. And you should be starting to see come in the frame Lake Michigan right there with the clouds ringing around it. That's it in the top left corner. You can see the clouds right around the ring of the lower part of Lake Michigan as we head up for a beautiful pass directly over America's second city, Chicago, Illinois. Again, really neat how the clouds kind of formed right there on the edge of the lake. And here comes the metro area of the Windy City. I was very fortunate to have my telephoto lens at a pretty easy grab on this day and flight, and captured this cool footage. You can see Willis Tower there in the center. Really cool to fly right over Chicago on such a beautiful day. Look at that. So I've still never visited Chicago. It's on my list. Definitely somewhere I plan to fly and experience in the future. Look at this. We even got a second drink service glass of water.
As you can see outside, scattered clouds, not to the north, temperature right around 72 degrees or so. Jerry, if you would at this time, please spread the gap for arrival.
And back over the clouds as we head towards Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Finally, please check around your seat and your seat pocket for items to hand to the flight attendants.
We were up there in mid-summer on this trip. I believe we did go to the Minneapolis State Fair, which is one of the largest state fairs in the country, and really a cool event. If you ever get a chance to go up there for that, I highly recommend it. Cool reflection of the aircraft there in the cowling as we head into a landing. So let me know what you thought about today's video. If you think this is a neat concept, I've got probably another 3-4 of these flights laying around that I could fire up and just give you some thoughts on. And you can enjoy some more flight footage from me and some more flights that I took pre-COVID, including at least one more from Delta itself. Hope this was a little fun, different diversion for you. And if you didn't like it, you can let me know in the comments as well. I thought it was a little bit of fun and a way to share some previously unseen stuff with you.
Our pleasure to welcome you to Minneapolis, where the local time is 13:22 or 1:22 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your carry-on items stowed until the aircraft is parked at the gate and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt.
I thought it'd be a little
sign.
fun to play back a video for you with just the regular audio from the flight and me mindlessly blathering over it. So hopefully you got a little bit of value out of that. Really appreciate you taking the time. Billy here with Gilbert Travels. I will see you on the next flight.